Flower deity esoteric technique, extinction of the myriad flowers. Hear my royal command, all ghosts perish. Demons subduing heavenly sutra, unlimited power of Buddha. Dharma of indefinite form, perception of impermanence, emptiness and tranquility, birthlessness and deathlessness. Cheng Jing is truly an unparalleled genius in creating his own martial art. His world-purifying lotus blossom technique can ignore any attack. Once he adopts a strategy of passive defense, even 3 to 5 ordinary experts at his realm won't be able to defeat him quickly. But he does not dare to counterattack or escape. Abba Qingping's demons subduing heavenly sutra and the world-purifying lotus blossom technique share the same origin. If Cheng Jing makes even a small mistake, he's doomed. Master Constable Bien, are Xie Yan and Xie Yan really absent from the southern shrine? They are absent, everyone has evacuated, maybe the Xie siblings left before we got here. Don't worry, even though Cheng Jing is strong, he can't silently kill the magical dignified prince quickly. Senior Marshal Brother, Cheng Jing should know by now that the situation is hopeless. Given his past service to the Imperial Court, if he reveals the mastermind's secrets, Imperial Grandfather might spare him. Since he isn't possessed or controlled, I can't understand why he's protecting the mastermind's secrets so strongly. According to the Jia calendar archives of the 3 departments, Cheng Jing was born an orphan. His early life before he was 10 is unknown. After 10, he was adopted by a peasant family in Fufing Town. At 14, he joined the Vermilion Bird Temple and became a monk. If we rule out the possibility of Cheng Jing's betrayal or ambition, the mastermind must have planned this over 30 years ago. Is the mastermind his biological parent? If not a relative, why would he go to such lengths? Bien brat, let me teach you something. If your opponent is at least at the 7th layer of the innate realm, don't use common sense to analyze them. Their supernatural abilities and secret techniques are many and don't follow logic. Any reasoning will have flaws. At such times, you must trust your intuition. Trust your intuition? What a letdown. I was expecting some sort of Tao Harmony supernatural ability to clash against the Tang Empire's dragon energy and strike me. In the end, I'd been waiting for nothing. It seems the mastermind is too cautious. I'm tired of waiting. If you won't make a move, I'll force you. Senior Marshal Brother, Cheng Jing has always been a pillar of the nation. Are you really not considering capturing him alive? Capture him alive? With Cheng Jing's martial arts, even I might not be able to capture him. Besides, even if we did, believe it or not, he would probably commit suicide to avoid leaving any loose ends. This makes sense. Given the mastermind's caution, to deal with such people, we need to use methods that normal Tao Harmony experts wouldn't use. It's your turn to take action. The strongest prodigy of the Tang Empire's younger generation, Yu Wushuang, the heavenly demon sword master, I'll support you. Inside the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven. First, we need to dress your wound. No, we need to dredge your blood vessels first. Don't move. I'll seal your pressure points to stop the bleeding. It's fine, don't worry. You forgot that brother has a secret healing technique, so it's fine. You call this fine? You've lost an arm, and you're still smiling. Where's the arm? Where did it fall? I'll retrieve it. Let's go find a doctor to reattach it. No, we'll see my master. She must have a way. Calm down, it's just a lost arm. I have a way to restore it. That's true, but the finger of Nirvana can't treat amputated limbs. I guess I should try Mara rebirth. Don't worry about me. Let brother treat you first. Are you hurt anywhere? Spending 5 origin points as a substitute for this finger of Nirvana expenditure. No, I'm fine. Is it true that you can get it back? I'll get it back for you. Don't worry, it probably fell outside the artifact. Since the finger of Nirvana used so few points, is she really okay? Or is there a hidden danger it can't fix? You are really strong, Donor Xie. If not for the power of the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven, your punch would have destroyed my spirit completely. Cheng Jing, you still have the nerve to show yourself? The Grotto Heaven still suppresses my true energy. I knew this monk wouldn't die so easily. Believe it or not, if I can destroy you once, I can do it again and again. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, of course, I believe in your abilities, Donor Xie, but unfortunately, within the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven, my spirit is immortal. Destroying me multiple times is meaningless, Donor Xie. Let me handle this, brother. You'll handle this? Handle what? Stay still and get behind me. Earlier, I couldn't speak or move, so I couldn't tell you, brother. The blind monk lied about the initiation. Something went wrong with my inner lotus. He lied to you, but he was actually saving me. Saving you? Just what's going on? Monk Qingjing, I can't repay your kindness, but you shouldn't have hurt my brother or made him amputate his arm. My brother's safety is my bottom line, but you just crossed it. Call me ungrateful or heartless, but from the moment you harmed my brother, you became my enemy. Worldly emotions are just love for family and friends, but desperate times test the heart the most. If it's fake affection, no matter how good the acting is, it will show in desperate times. Donor Xie would rather give up his life and even sacrifice an arm to save you. Someone who isn't your flesh and blood wouldn't go that far. Little donor, do you now acknowledge Donor Xie? What are you talking about? I've always acknowledged my brother. I'm not done with you yet, so stop changing the subject. The monk's words just now, he knew it. He knew that I was the source of Ran's confusion. So, he was testing me before, testing if I truly cared for Ran. But why? He is clearly Ji Jingye's subordinate, innate, but his behavior is too weird. No, there's yet another possibility. Even now, he must be acting, now that he's exposed. If he truly cared for Ran, he should cut ties, not see her, and send her away, not trap her in the artifact. He must have ulterior motives against Ran, but they need her to be healthy and active. Everything he's doing is to gain Ran's trust, and even her inner self's trust. His test for me was really to gain her inner self's trust. Donor Xie, you should know that normally, it's impossible to open a door to the outside within the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven. Huh! The door you found in the Grotto Heaven was created by Little Donor, who risked her life and shattered her inner lotus to give you a way out. Ran, you. I always wanted to protect you, brother. The inner lotus that Little Donor cultivates uses emotions as its path and memories as its foundation. Every experience and insight is reflected and examined repeatedly, giving the cultivator extraordinary learning abilities. Little Donor has been cultivating in this Grotto Heaven for many days and has grasped some tricks to control the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven. When the surroundings of the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven changed, I trapped Little Donor in its depths, but I couldn't stop her perception of the realm. She could clearly see what you were going through, Donor Xie. Little Donor couldn't bear to see you suffer from Buddhist lightning in the Kalachakra realm, so she managed to open the door to the outside world for you. But the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven is a supreme treasure. Since Little Donor hadn't mastered the world-purifying lotus blossom technique, she could only shatter her inner lotus and risk her life to create this chance for you, Donor Xie. Stop saying these things, blind monk. Tell me, why did you do that to my brother? Don't you want the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven, Little Donor? Stop prevaricating and answer my question, blind monk. Donor Xie's severed arm has been disintegrated by the subspace of the realm. It can't be retrieved. If you want to restore it, Little Donor, you can find a way if you inherit the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven. Is that true? It is true, but if you want to inherit the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven, you must first learn the basics of the world-purifying lotus blossom technique, Little Donor. No! Senior monk, don't try to use my injuries to coax Ran into doing anything. I can treat my injuries. You are too suspicious, senior monk. Call me pessimistic or cynical, but you are too good to Ran, so good that it makes me afraid, so good that I can't help but suspect your motives. Donor Xie is too cautious indeed. Alright, I'll give you this guardian dragon elephant Buddhist hand in advance. You've discovered a product derived from a secret treasure, number B63279, Blood Sea demonic arm, right, contaminated. This product is derived from the secret treasure, Kalachakra Grotto Heaven number B6327, an artifact from an advanced mysterious civilization. It has been combined with certain characteristics of a supreme demonic art from an advanced martial arts civilization, the demonic canon of the Blood Sea, Tien adversities, and true spirit. It can perfectly replace the right arm of humanoid species from any world. After integrating with the body, it can absorb, store, and release energy-based offensive skills at a certain intensity. It has been detected that this artifact is contaminated. There is a risk of losing control after integrating with it. If you spend 1,500 origin points, you can remove the contamination and gain access to it. I knew it. This baldy has bad intentions. Kalachakra Grotto Heaven. Donor Xie just needs to place the Buddha's arm at the stump of your arm. Let your blood seep into it for a few moments, and it will become part of you. The result will be an arm identical to Donor Xie's original one. It will also slightly enhance the power of the Buddhist guardian dragon elephant. Of course, if donor Xie still does not trust me, you may return the Buddha's arm to me. We'll talk about the arm later. Right now, Senior Monk Qingjing, please answer my earlier question. Does he really think he has me under control with such a tempting but poison bait? With the system in place, I can consume any poison bait without worry. I don't understand. You and Ran are complete strangers. Why are you going to such lengths for her? You once answered this question with a verse, but I am rather dull and did not understand the connection between you and my sister. I need an explanation I can understand. It seems that unless I reveal the truth, donor Xie will not trust me. Using the power of the Kalachakra Grotto Heaven, I shall tell you both a story. Once upon a time, a woman from a certain peasant family had a child. However, the child was a freak. It looked like a large and a small infant were conjoined, frightening everyone at birth. A wandering master visited and told the parents that this was a rare parasitic twin. The smaller, abnormal baby on the left was a tumor parasitizing the normal baby on the right. The master removed the tumor, saving the baby. Although the baby was now missing an arm, it was otherwise normal. The parents were grateful to the master. The master sealed the removed tumor in a box and gave it to the parents, selling them to dispose of it. The parents, resenting this unwanted parasite that had made their child abnormal, threw it into an unmarked graveyard. But whether due to its strong will to live or some other unknown factor, the parasite did not die. Some kind creatures gave it milk and shelter, and against all expectations, it survived. It was like a furless wolf cub. Feeding on blood and flesh, it grew into a wild beast. It turned from something that shouldn't have existed into a man-eater, a sinful demon. Naturally, this attracted a demon slayer. Strange, how did a child like you end up among man-eating wolves? Were you heartlessly abandoned by your parents? You can't speak or understand reason. How sad. As a monk, I must guide you to fulfill the Buddha's will. Gold bands. Fumara worships 53 masters. Amitabha, you look strange, little donor. If the Buddha were in a good mood, he might forgive your parents and let them go to Sukhavati early. Little donor, you are not a wolf cub. Let me teach you to be human. This was a free-spirited Buddhist cultivator who, on a whim, decided to raise the demon, but it was not easy to teach it, as it had learned the ways of the wild from birth. It took a long time for the Buddhist cultivator to make it act like a human being. The Buddhist cultivator was powerful, and the demon feared her. It couldn't escape, so it had to follow her. It was slow-witted and stubborn. The Buddhist cultivator often remarked that teaching it was less satisfying than teaching a monkey. But the Buddhist cultivator never gave up on it. She taught it to walk, to speak, to become a normal child. Gradually, it began to truly act like a human. Look, doesn't he have 3 arms? There's an extra arm on his ribs. Could it be a monster? Did this senior nun subdue him from somewhere? Purity, 10,000 laws do not invade. Don't be angry. I hate being stared at. They have only 2 arms. Why am I different? Am I really human? There are 3-legged frogs in this world. What's so strange about you having 3 arms? People don't understand and make a fuss about it, that's all. But if everyone was as understanding as me, the Buddha wouldn't let me go around teaching Buddhism. Understanding yourself is a complex topic. You must find the answer yourself. Luckily, you have plenty of time, and I can help you find the answer on this journey. Let's go find a place to eat some porridge. Trapped in worldly affairs, the demon couldn't find the answer, but the Buddhist cultivator said there was no need to hurry. Be patient and seek slowly, and one day it would understand, so it did not rush. The daily life of the Buddhist cultivator was simple. She would always wander, preaching Buddhism to people and dealing with demons when she met them. Sometimes, unexpected things happened during the journey, and the Buddhist cultivator enjoyed getting involved, but the demon was used to this. After all, besides the demon, the Buddhist cultivator never traveled with anyone else. Bye, senior nun, bye, 3-armed brother. Let's go. The journey was long. The demon followed the Buddhist cultivator and met many people. Some were bad, some were good. Most people were repulsed by it, but some were kind. Not many, but there were a few. It rarely thought about the question of being human or non-human anymore. Instead, it began to focus on everything it encountered on the journey. It no longer fell asleep while meditating and could even stammer out scriptures in an orderly manner. The Buddhist cultivator wished it success in finishing its education, saying it was ready to take responsibility and stand on its own. However, The demon only wanted to follow the Buddhist cultivator. But the journey was too long, and the Buddhist cultivator could no longer continue traveling. 50 years of existence, the past fades like a fleeting dream, beneath the endless heavens. Who can achieve immortality? On the bank of a certain creek, the Buddhist cultivator passed away quietly. Master, the porridge is ready, master? Humph? From that point on, he journeyed alone. Excuse me, are you the three-armed monk? Please save our village. No matter where he went, people called him the three-armed monk, and he would always correct them. That's just a nickname, actually. I have a Buddhist name that my master chose for me. Because he had a name as well as a Buddhist name. It was from many years ago, in the morning, beneath the peach blossom woods by the river bank. I've been traveling with Little Donor for so long, always calling you Little Donor doesn't feel quite right. Let me choose a name for you. You still can't perfectly recite the Lotus Sutra, so why don't I call you Xie Yan? That way, you will always remember your duty to memorize the sutra. As for a surname, my layman name is Xie Yan, so you might as well take my surname. Your full name shall be Xie Yan. How about that? Only having a layman name isn't right either. I must choose a Buddhist name for you, so I'll call you Cheng Jing. You cannot remember the past, but you can face the future with clarity. Xie Yan? Cheng Jing?